y'all. What's going on? Everybody, I'm tired of shit, bro. It's Thursday. Um, Thursday, September 15th. So we got some interesting things going on there. So let's just go ahead and check it out. First thing we're gonna check out is Forex Factory. So we got some pretty interesting news coming out today. As far as 7:30, we got core retail sales, which is the change in total value of sales at the retail level, right? So how much money are people spending? Like how many things are being bought, right? So it gives like gauge. So we don't think we're gonna have any increase on retail sales. Then we have Empire State Manufacturing Index. This is just an index surveying New York State manufacturers, things like that. Just to see the relative business conditions. Then you have retail sales. So, core excludes food and energy, I believe. No, core excludes automobiles. And overall, just includes everything on the retail. Also, typically, like I said, when you see core, they'll be excluding the higher volatile sectors of that particular area report. But honestly, I'm looking at everything today, even the yellow folders. Like I'm curious on unemployment claims, import prices. I definitely want to see what are the change in import prices, because I was reading an article saying that the freight industry, right, containers that come over from overseas and things like that, has been dropping because the supply and demand chains have been kind of loosening up a little bit, as well as a lot of people aren't buying a lot of things that aren't necessary. The price of everything is so high right now. Like a lot of people are just buying their absolute necessities. So it's bringing the price to ship things down because a lot of people aren't shipping as much, right? A lot of people have gotten orders and they're just sitting, so they're just like, we're not gonna get more shit, right? So I'm curious on import prices, industrial production, right? I'm seeing that. I'm curious how much is our nation producing, business inventory, so how much our business storing, like how many goods, you know, goods have the inventory by manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers, right? So what is the goods people sitting on in our natural gas storage? So yesterday we had I don't think I made a video, but yesterday we had our PPI come out, right, which is our producer price index, which actually came out better than expected on the straight PPI. So I say better than expected just for the simple fact they came out with the actual numbers, right? So that's to me better than expected. So yeah, 0.-1 at forecast came out 0.-1. Core PPI was forecast 0.3, came out 0.4, right? So not too bad. So let's look at the move caused by first CPI, right? So this is our CPI move. Boom. This is our PPI move kind of here, right? So I'm not looking for too many crazy swings as we wind down the week. I do think we are going to start to kind of taper off on things a bit. But we look on the DXY, right? We see price shot up, kind of came back, retested this level support around 109, 400, and it's kind of just within this range right now. We haven't really broke out of this range from this high, right? We still been trading below. This gives me the indication of potential move like this. Because as you know, I'm still trying to see price touch that 160, or not 160. What level was that? 111, right? So I still want to see price touch 11. We are getting a. This is not a wedge. This is shadow flag. Oh, wedge is. I can't think. But I want to know. One second. Having brain freezes here, people. Having brain freezes. Pennant. It's a pennant. That's what it is. All right. So looking at this bullish pennant here, I do believe price is going to continue to the upside. BXY back in the hot zone. Nothing too crazy, right? We was doing good. Remember, right before CPI came out, drove the British pound down, and like everything, it's been raging. GU now, well, GU is interesting, and only because I loved how accurate the zoning is. So right, we had pre-CPI, we saw price was nearing this overhead resistance zone about 1.17500, right? So you saw price slowly inching up to the zone. Then what we saw was CPI come out, drive the price all the way back down to our 1.1500 zone, right? Bounce back up to 1.16, back down. Since I do believe US dollar is going to go up, I am going to be forecasting this to continuous movement to the downside. Why does that look like that? Okay, 1 second. That looks weird as hell. All right, so forecasting that to go back down. Other than that, taking a look at GJ. So we did get some movement from GJ. Perfect within our zones. Oh, and has anybody, let's talk about one other thing. Oh, they wish to deal. All right, so the railroad workers were actually threatening to go on strike. And what's crazy about this is they didn't want more pay, better work conditions, the usual things. No, all they wanted was weekends off. Like I think 40-50% of railroad workers are on call 24/7. So they work about 6-7 days a week. And so as you know, if this strike would have happened, it would have absolutely crippled. He actually had some corporation bullshit going on that we're not gonna talk about because it looks like they reached a deal. Well, that's what they say. We got one article saying they reached a deal. So tentative deal to avoid. All right. So they reached a little deal. Good job. Oh yeah, crude oil. No, that's from Wednesday. I was like, hey, I'll look at crude oil inventory too if that comes out today. That was last couple days ago. All right, so we look at GJ, right? Remember I said I wasn't worried about GJ till we had a break of where these zones, right? So we actually had our break here, right? So we had our break, candles printed outside of the zone. this was just a strong retest of the zone, right? All this was is a strong retest, really, of this resistance, right? Retest and drop, yo, draws right back down to our other zone perfectly that we had matched up. All right. And this is why I say, bro, stop yawning. Oh, no. This is why I say the fundamentals of things are important as well as the technicals. Like you can only become, I won't say only, I feel like you become your best trader when you're able to implement both a high level of technical analysis and a high level of fundamental analysis. So I do believe it's going to continue to come back down. What it's probably going to do is touch this overhead previous resistance and support. Oh, damn, that's crazy. I'm yawning a lot. I did go to sleep pretty late. Right. Okay. EU going down. Um, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also interesting. So let's just take a look for it. Zoning, man. So of course this move didn't play out. I think that was largely in part due to the CPI data because people still look at Bitcoin as an investment and not as a currency, not as a digital evolution. I feel like it should really be looked at. And me and Mike talked about this. I'm gonna post that video. I'm gonna start drinking some tea in the morning. All right. But let's just look at the technicals of it all. So we see prices rallying. I said we are approaching this near 23,000 resistance. Boom. Price comes up. CPI data comes. And don't you love how CPI data came out perfect in tune with the market? Everything is near resistance zones or support zones, right? So we see resistance zone here comes all the way down back down to 20K, right? Respect that level that we already had drew up. But S&P, like, and this is what I mean by everything was resistance. Look at the S&P 500, right at resistance on before news. NAS 100, right below it, interest on. And this really was a retest of the neckline for real, for real. This head and shoulders, boom, retesting the neckline, drop down your draws. US30, also near a key level, right? Crazy, right? Even US dollar was at a key level when it printed this, right? So it just shows you the coordination between everything. Oh, as far as trades for today, might see a drop in US30 depending on how news comes out today. Might see a rise. Let's see how markets are moving in pre-market. So currently, as it stands, stocks are a little unchanged ahead of fresh economic data, but they are all in the red. The Dow futures is down 0.14%. S&P 500 is down 0.19%, and NAS is down 0.32% because tech always seems to lead the way, whether good or bad. Other than that, I don't got too much. Like it's the end of the week. Typically, like unless I'm saying great setups, I really don't even like to trade towards the end of the week because all the BS that goes on. But If there are some good setups, I'll send them out. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a call. All right, we're on my zone this weekend. There we go. And you can see once I start sharing with my watery. Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all be good. Let me know what y'all think.